Hey, welcome to the Paige family homestead. Look what we've got. If you all live in this local area of Tweed, Ontario, Canada, you need to hit Palmatiers. What's it called?
Butcher shop.
Palmatiers Butcher Shop?
Yeah, abattoir.
Yeah. Don't go to the grocery store to kick your bones. Go to the butcher. We paid $8 for these bones. Seriously.
And normally in the grocery store, you get about 4 bones for $4.
Not even kidding.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Look at them.
Yeah, I know.
They are beautiful.
Aren't bones beautiful?
Yeah.
So anyway, guess what we're doing?
We're going out and slaughtering cows. No.
What we're doing is we are slaughtering cows. Oh, Lord. Look at this. I think it's a knee.
I hope so.
Gosh. Anyway, we're going to be canning something that is my favorite. Broth. But we're doing bone broth. Beef bone broth. And I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm not going to do it like I do my other broths. I'll take you along with us and show you what I mean as each step goes. I've got my oven preheated right now at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm gonna, when the oven comes to temp, I'm putting these in for an hour. I'm not cooking them, I'm roasting them. It helps to open the pores of the bone and helps in aiding the release of the collagen for the next step. And it impacts a wonderful flavor and color as well. So when I get these out of the oven in an hour, I'll come in and show you what they look like on the next step. The parchment paper that I have on here isn't necessary. It's just, I'm lazy. I don't want to scrub my tins if I don't have to. They're going in for an hour. I don't want it baked on, right? So it just easy. $8. Wait till you see the broth we're gonna get, and wait till you see the quality of this broth. Okay, so bring you back in an hour. It's been just over an hour. Look at these bones. Look at them.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
They look good, yeah.
Want to make your wife happy? Buy her a bag of bones.
A bag of bones. That's all you got to do, boys. Never mind the rings or nothing, the wine or whatever. Bag of bones.
Bag of bones. So I'm going to put these in. What I've got in here is 3 onions and skins.
Yeah.
And you know when you buy your onions in the bag, ours have sprouted. You know how the skins get loose and fall into the bag? Throw them in. That's where you're going to get some. It's going to enhance the flavor just a little bit, but it's really going to impact the coloring. And it's just awesome.
Look at the juice on that. Are you going to use that juice too?
I was, but there was a lot of fat on these bones,
okay.
so I'm thinking no.
Okay.
And
all right, we'll do it your way.
there is enough left in here. The pores are nicely open.
Oh, look at that, eh? Beautiful.
No. So I'm going to be adding just the onion and a little bit of garlic and a couple of bay leaves. 2, I think.
Yeah.
2 bay leaves. And we're going to let this cook 3 days and 3 nights on low. Now here's where you get some people get really like, oh, that's so wrong, why are you doing that? I've always been taught to use a little bit of apple cider vinegar to help the collagen release from the bone. Now, you have people who will say, why would you waste all that beautiful mother from the apple cider vinegar when the heat that this is going to be cooked at, and for as long as it's going to be cooked at, all the goodness is going to come out. that the mother impacts into the vinegar. My theory is that, okay, here's half a cup. You will not taste this. And it is apple cider with the mother. My thinking is this. It worked for Grandma. It worked for great-grandma. There's goodness in the mother in this apple cider. It's going to assist in releasing the collagen from the bones, even if it's just for a little while. It's going to assist. So I could just use white vinegar, but no. There's a reason that the mother's needed. It does assist in the breaking down before it's discharged from the heat, right?
Right.
So I'm just going to fill this up with water, throw in my bay leaves, and you remember we did some dehydrated garlic?
Oh yeah.
Here's some
Nice.
of the dehydrated
Homemade,
garlic.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, is it ever. So, I'm going to put the bay leaves in. I've got to find them. And then I'm going to fill it with water, and I'm going to turn it on low for 3 days and 3 nights, and I will bring you back daily and show you. Alright, so I'm going to put it to 200 degrees Fahrenheit until it just comes up to temperature, and I'm going to leave it at 175 to 200, probably 200 for 3 days and 3 nights. Okay, this is day 3.5. I've already started to remove the bones, and I'm straining them into my cast iron pot underneath so I don't lose anything. But look at this, guys. I'm going to continue removing the bones and straining it, and when we're back to having all this mess out, I'll bring you in.
Oh, we over?
Mm-hmm. All right. Can you see the dark underneath the already gathering fat on the top? We don't want the fat for this broth. I don't. I have plans for it, but not for my broth. So, I'm going to put the lid on this thing and put it out in the cold porch overnight. Bring you back in the morning, show you how we take that fat off. Okay, so, it's the next day. I've removed the bones. We've cooked this broth down, bone broth, for 3 days and 3 nights. I set it outside in the cold storage shed, and look what we've got. Look at that beautiful fat. Now, do I want to drink that? Do I want this in our broth? This time, normally I would leave it, but this time, no. I don't want it in our broth, because this broth, I plan on drinking large amounts of it, and I have plans for the fat. We have a lot of wild birds here. Can't even see this. So, put it in the cold storage overnight so that it could separate. Look at that beautiful fat. It's not something I necessarily want in this particular broth, or this excessively. And I do have plans for it. We have a lot of wild birds here, a lot. And they quite often go hungry in the winter. So I'm going to warm this with a little bit of seed, well, a lot of seed. And I'm going to put it in the feeders in little bowls of seed and fat for them. So I'm going to keep peeling this off. I'm not going to get it all. I'm going to get the most of it. Oh yeah, they're going to love this. This is dangerous now. There we go. Listen to Suki crying. Oh, it's okay, baby. You're fine. Oh well, they'll get a little bit of that. Look at this. Oh, Just goodness. Now, if I wanted to be really, really, really picky, I could just heat this back up and run it through some cheesecloth. I'm going to heat it up and evaluate the amount on there at that time. I may just do that because I really do want this collagen-filled, beautiful, beautiful broth for drinking when we're not feeling well. Look how rich this is. Look how jelly-less it is. Look, can you see it? Oh, this is heaven for me, man. Look at that. You cannot buy this in the store. I don't care what they say. No way. So I'm going to heat it. This one. Just not on high. Just want to heat it low. And I'll bring you back when we decide if we're going to strain it with a cheesecloth or if we're going to go ahead and can it. So I've heated it up. I didn't boil it. I just wanted it heated to loosen the fat molecules. I decided this broth is just too beautiful to not strain it. That one extra effort. So I'm going to go ahead, cheesecloth this, and I'll show you what I get out of it when I'm done. Oh, I'm so excited about this broth. It's just unbelievable. Okay, I've got it all sieved out, and this is what we've pulled out. I'm hoping you can see in there. So that's not going to be in our jars. So now I'm going to heat it up a little bit more. My jars are already washed and they're in the oven right now, heating up. They don't need to be sterilized. We are pressure canning, but what the heck, they're in the oven. I might as well bring you back when we're ready to can it up. Okay, so this is warm. The jars are just out of the oven. The canner is heating up. I have the required amount of water according to the manufacturer's directions. I've also put my jigger of white vinegar. We have very hard water. We have a water softener, but it's still hard. And I like my jars to be sparkly. If you don't have the vinegar, don't worry. You're just gonna wash your jars to get them sparkly clean, right? So I want 1 inch head space as a rule as to the bottom of the ribbing on the neck of the jar. You know the routine. Always wipe the rim of your jar with vinegar. My lids were from the box, from the store. I washed them because I don't know what those people did. So they're washed. They don't need to be sterilized. Not for pressure canning. This is a low acid food. Finger tight. Look at that. Look at that beauty. That's going in. I'm going to fill up the canner and I'll bring you back. How beautiful is this? Just, oh, yes. Oh, it's just as important when we bring our canners down. It's just as important to bring them up as slowly. So I have mine set on number 3. I'm going to leave it there until I get a steady stream of steam. 10 minutes. I'll put my weight on and I won't touch that until it goes. It'll have reached my 10 pounds pressure and we let that go. At that time, I will set my timer for 20 minutes. They're pints. 25 for quarts. I get to enjoy what didn't fit into a jar. Look at that broth. Oh. Oh, that is heaven. That is worth the effort. So I've got a steady stream of steam. I don't know if you can see that. I've set my timer for 10 minutes. And we just leave it and let it go. At 10 minutes, I'll put my weight on. So my 10 minutes of steady stream of steam has gone by. Now for my elevation, I need 10 pounds. So on it goes, And we'll leave it now until the pressure comes to 11 pounds pressure. And at that time, I will start my timer for 20 minutes. Just went off. I set my timer for 20. So the timer's gone off again. Our session is finished. Heat's turned off. You know, I did that all on level 2. I had it on 3 to bring it up. When it hit the 10 minutes of steam, I turned it down to level 2 on the gas, and it did the whole session. So now we wait for this to climb down to 0. And I'm going to let it cool a little bit to the touch, and then we get to look at our broth. This is so exciting. Everything's done. It's down to 0. It's sat for a while. I removed the weight. There was no sound. All the pressure was gone. Let's look at these beautiful babies. Oh yeah. Look how they still dance. You do have to go back in and just, you saw me just tighten that little ring up a little bit. Leave about an inch between. You know what I just discovered? My little dog, Suki Wookie, doesn't like it when we talk to the camera. That's when she acts up. I'm pretending to choke right now. Look at those. Oh my. So here we go. Dancing broth. 0 sodium. Why? Because we chose not to add it. Can't do that when you buy it. All that we have in here is bones, 2 bay leaves, 3 onions, I think it was, chopped, a handful of onion skins from the bag, and a little bit of dried garlic that we dehydrated. That's it. And why do I put those in? Because that's how we like the flavor. We make it to suit our needs. So I'm going to let these cool, and then I'll put my tape on and label them right here. Look at that. That's beautiful. 0 seepage. Everything was maintained properly. I'm very, very happy with this. I'm trying to lower my camera here. Let's see what we can do. Bring in. Isn't that beautiful? That just, oh, look at it dance. That's right, baby. You dance for us. I'll just sit here and enjoy sipping on my broth, watching it dance in the jar. I can't tell you how excited I get about broth. I can't help it. I hope this helps you. I hope it makes you not so worried about trying your own broths at home. Make them yourself. Make them to suit your family. This is the best broth you will ever get. All the nutrients, all the collagen, just look at it. You can't even buy bone broth that looks like this. It's beautiful. Something to admire. And it's going to enhance so many meals for us. It's not even funny. So I just want to thank you all for coming in to visit with us today and can with me. I love canning. If you have any requests, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. I'm going to put a link in the video description for our canning playlist. Do please go and have it, check it out. See if there's something in there that you find interesting. Thanks again, and we'll see you in our next video. So, we had a little bit of a scare here. We have a great gray owl flying from tree to tree. going towards the chicken coop. So we had to put the chickens to bed early. Poor little babies. And the dogs, we can't let the dogs out right now. It's on the hunt. And I don't particularly care for the dogs to be part of the menu. We're missing a stray cat now. We'll have to keep an eye.